Yes, another adventure, another temperature check. It's the winter duelist here, and it is 0 on my thermometer. You know what that means? It's too damn cold to be out here. But I am committed to making the best food runs ever. And having half my comment section be like, Robbie, you're too fat, watch your health. Well, let me tell you, we don't do this all the time, so calm down, alright? It's all good. So, today's adventure is going to involve the sea monster of Theseus, and how almost every person in this community was making some fucking joke at this card. Now, I'm going to take the opposite side of the argument over here, and you goddamn know well that Theseus was designed to, like, actually work with crystalline needle fiber, right? Like, when they said 2017 it's going to be the best monster of the year, they weren't wrong. And I'm actually starting to wonder if when they made that post, they were... You know, needle fiber was probably designed much earlier than it actually was. I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't have that card release and design actually at the time of designing Theseus. So here's the thing. You guys have to understand that most cards are probably systematically designed about the same time. It is R&D after all, research and development, for those of you that don't know. But Theseus was designed with the full intent of being able to be a tuner that you can call out of your deck with instant fusion, snap your fingers, hubba bum da bum boo. You know, we did it. So, I think what ended up happening was the original timetable for needle fiber probably got pushed back. Robbie, what do you mean? That's impossible. Well, look here, duelist. If you're designing a card with the intent of it coming out that year, and you're like, oh yeah, by the end of the year, you know, bada bing, bada boom, this thing will be out, you'll be able to use it with new combinations, shit like that, sure. And then needle fiber comes on around, and then, you know, the main branch is like, you know, let's push that back to 2018. I'm giving Theseus a lot more credit than I think people are. The ability to be able to just fucking search your deck with the Vertiplane engine for instant fusion, and just slam instant fusion on the table, bring out Theseus, like, and then go into needle fiber and move on along with your day. That is fucking value if I've ever seen it in my life. But so many people are like, well, Konami let... Fucking goddamn it, people. Like, get off your high horse and actually think about your card combinations. You know, understand your card combos, understand your ABCs of dueling. You know, Theseus is goddamn one of the best options we're going to have until needle fiber gets banned. And I'm not going to enjoy dealing with it. And, I mean, on the flip side, if they do something to the Brilliant Fusion engine, and they leave the Vertiplane engine alone, well, you know, congratulations. We did it. You know, you search instant fusion. It's abundantly clear just how ridiculous Theseus is just for needle fiber. Now, if you want to make the other side of the argument, like, well, you know, it's what, 2 zombies to make it? You're like, well, you know, it could have been something for plant zombies, you know, being able to send off a couple Mizukis, load it up, you know. Sometimes R&D doesn't have the best competitive ideas in mind. You know, sometimes they'll make the joke about, oh, hey, you know, like, this is coming out, or, you know, you can do this combo, but it's not always with the most competitive mentality in mind, which isn't bad. You know, you got to remember the competitive side of this game is what, 1/10 of the actual game itself. You know, God knows fucking competitive players don't buy cards, like, contrary to popular belief. You know, like, they'll be the ones that'll spend 10-20 bucks every once in a while, but, like, they're not the casual player that comes into the brick and mortar and buys, you know, $20 worth of packs every week just to open packs. You know, like, that's your issue. Like, competitive players just don't want to spend money. And if they do spend money, it's of the most optimal cost-effective measure. And that does hurt the community. So you got to remember, when you're looking at, like, these initial card designs and trash like that, understand that they might not be made for the most competitive standpoint. I think that's something a lot of people tend to forget, and it's really annoying when you come down and look at things in this game, because Yu-Gi-Oh players, they're fucking greedy. They're like, oh my god, like, if this card's not competitive, it's ass. I mean, I do that all the time. Let's be absolutely real here. And it does deter some casual players every once in a while, because you can't look at the value of a card for, like, the couple of pennies it's worth. And, you know, you gotta beat it into the ground for competitive play. It sucks, you know. We've all kind of come to this point. We already know how that goes. in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But the value and the intent that Theseus brings to this game, a lot of people are going to be very, very shocked at the initial opinions they made. And once we start getting those regionals rolling out here, because you tell me and I and you and all of your friends on the YugiTube land out there, this is one of those groundbreaking things, and I think only a couple of people understand this, and the rest of the community's like, oh my god, what do we do? Oh man, we're getting some BK today. I am not in the mood for Wendy's. That sounds absolutely terrible. And before BK closed at like early.
Hi, my name is Michelle. Would you like to try 2 of our freshly baked chocolate chip cookies for only $1 today?
No, thank you. All right, can I get a number 2, please? Yes, please. Medium size with Coke, no ice.
Medium size with Coke, no ice?
Yep, and no salt on the fries, that'll be it.
No salt on the fries?
Yep. Woohoo! Hey, number 2, we did it. It's very interesting anymore in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! When we get a new card like Theseus. We're all like, oh, you know, like this thing kind of sucks. You know, like I get it. It's a level 5 instant fusion target. You know, Norden's dead. You know, and then you're like, oh yeah, you know, like it's supposed to replace Norden as a tuner. You combine it with your level 3 and you move along with your day, like, absolutely. And then we kind of just, like, shove it off to the side for a little while. We're like, this card sucks. And then they release a little card called Needle Fiber. And, like, everyone's like, oh, you know, like, we have better cards for this. And then you're just like, no. Like, you can also use this in combination with the rest of your deck for 1 extra deck slot, you know? The amount of space in the extra deck, I'm not going to say that, like, you can afford to run it, but you can. You know, ever since Master Rule blah 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 came out, you can spam through your entire extra deck, yes, but you can feel a little bit more combo-oriented now because it's not going to go to, like, the full extreme. I mean, with, like, these crazy-ass OTKs and shit that exist out there, sure. You can go through your entire extra deck. I've seen some FTKs go through all 15. You know, some touch, what, 14? Maybe 13. You know, you're kind of like... Theseus is acting as a combo piece. And I understand that. And a lot of people are like, well, you know, I don't want to... It's a combo piece, you know, like, I'd rather have the resource for Rogue. You make your argument where you want to make your argument, you know, for Theseus. But to say that Theseus is an absolute trash card now that we know that Needle Fiber exists should definitely not be the fucking case anymore. Because if we've learned anything, being able to have a card that searches for another card at any stage in the game as a combo piece, yeah. We've learned our lessons in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially as a resource that I don't have to main deck. I don't have to main deck shitty tuners. You know, not name the plan engine. Okay. I'll take my value where I can get it. You know? But Theseus being the most broken card of 2017 at the beginning of the year when they made that post, I'll give it to them. I really will. I'm assuming that it was something to do with the release schedule and Needle Fiber was delayed. Maybe Needle Fiber didn't even exist at that point in time. But the point is, had we released and gotten Needle Fiber at the end of the year as a comboable resource that I can pull from my extra deck at will, the design, in theory and execution for Theseus is one of the most disgusting I've seen in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! As just a resource that I can call out of my deck and not have to main deck. People have to understand that as well. Like I said, a resource that I don't have to main deck resources towards to get, like... I don't have to play shitty tuners, like, I don't want to play Gale the Whirlwind. And I mean, the only other tuner I'd consider playing is anything to do with the plan engine, but let's be real, like, Humpty Dumpty fell over a wall, and, like, that's about all she wrote. But, what do you guys think? I think Theseus is getting the shit end of the stick right now by a lot of people. And a lot of people are gonna, later on down the road, be like, Theseus needs to be banned because Needle Fiber is so broken. You know, I'm enjoying these prognostications. I'm just... calling these things because I have a feeling I know where the community is going here. It's the beginning of 2018, so we gotta enjoy these things. So what do you guys think? Maybe comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I like reading these things. Alright guys, I'm out.